you ever wondered why the weather has been getting hotter? Have you ever wondered why we don't live as long as our ancestors before us? Why does it seem like there is so much health complications despite the vast medical procedures and advancements during our time? I am reporter Nadiah, reporting to you from High Council. It all stems from one environmental problem: deforestation. Deforestation, at its main premise, is the mass removal of trees over a wide area. While natural processes such as flooding or fire could contribute to this too, deforestation mainly occurs due to clear land for farming, timber construction, and factory farms. Now that you got a rough idea of deforestation, our next reporters will report to you on the local and international case studies pertaining deforestation, as well as problems and solutions regarding this issue.
For my part, I will talk about deforestation that happens in our country. According to the Department of Forestry, deforestation that happens locally is at a higher rate from 2002 to 2021. Between them, especially from 2017 until 2022, Pahang and Sarawak have the highest rate of deforestation, including 17% of its rainforest cover. This incident making up to 33% of total tree cover loss, and total area of humid primary forest in Malaysia decreased by 17%.
Hi, we are back in How Does Global Do today. We will be talking about how bad deforestation occurred at some places in the world. Our first stop today is Brazil. Nearly 2/3 of the Amazon rainforest, that is largest rainforest in the world, is within Brazil. Here, more than 75% of deforestation in the Amazon was for cattle ranching. It is good for the economy, but it is bad for the ecosystem. For its 3 million plant and animal species and 1 million indigenous inhabitants, it is imperative that Amazonian deforestation is massively and immediately reduced. 21, as much as 17% of the Amazon has been lost already. Our next stop is in Democratic Republic of Congo, where Congo Basin is located. It is the second largest rainforest in the world and also known as the second lungs of the earth. From 2015 until 2019, 6.37 million hectares of tree cover was raised. Deforestation happens for getting charcoal and fuel wood, urban expansion, and mining business.
Currently, I'm at one of the forests in Malaysia. The issue of deforestation is not a new thing in Malaysia. Every year, there are complaints from many parties that object this activity. This matter will be discussed and not taken seriously by the authorities. Not to mention that the small voices from the parties did not do any action from their voices. One of the causes of deforestation is conversion from forest to oil palm plantation. The oil is widely used in many activities like food, cosmetic, and detergent. Now I'm at a location where a volunteer are cleaning the river area. Come with me. Hello, miss. Can I take your time? As a volunteer, what is your opinion with the connection between the river and deforestation?
Can I take the mic?
Yes.
In my opinion, the connection to deforestation, the hydrological cycle is heavily relies on the tree to absorb water in the atmosphere. So, the tree acts as a reservoir that taking the water from the soil and releasing it through the leaf and add the moisture in the air. So, when the air is moisture, so it finally results the cloud formation and finally leading the rainfalls and continuous water cycle. So, how flood happen? Basically, roots help to strengthen the soil and help to absorb the water for the soil. But the loss of many trees in our country make the soil not depend to the roots, and which make it slip and finally turn to landslide. And when it comes to rains, the soil will fall into the water and finally cause the flooding. So, what the effect of continuous deforestation? It will cause drought and flood. This is an example for drought in our river. So, how drought happen? Basically, when trees are cut down, the roots are not able to absorb the water for the soil, and the soil will dry out because it cannot provide moisture to the soil. So, the trees also cannot give oxygen and not able to provide the moisture in the air and turn to soil to dry out. So, the evaporation levels are disrupted and throwing off the balance of water cycle.
Thank you for our volunteers' opinions. So, follow the report by Aridatul Irdina at the next location.
Thanks to Adilah, deforestation affects many ecosystem functions. But the question is, how does it affect the climate change, which contributes to increased global warming? So first of all, let's talk about how carbon cycle. Let's talk about how we breathe. We're breathing out oxygen and breathing in oxygen and breathing out the carbon dioxide. And these gases are only can be obtained from trees, which absorb the carbon dioxide and release the oxygen, which called photosynthesis. However, deforestation increase the carbon dioxide because when we cut large amount of trees, it can lead to it can make the carbon dioxide cannot be absorbed and it will release to atmosphere all around the world. And this is how deforestation contributes to increased global warming.
Hi guys. Assalamualaikum. My name is Nasrun Asri bin Mohamed. My metric number is 2210479. Beside me is IAM River. Beautiful, isn't it? But did you know this river might be jeopardized in a few years if deforestation continues to happen? This is because deforestation has significant impact on the river. It can contribute in a way it increases the pollution. We need to stop this from happening. There is many solutions for it. Among them is strengthen governance and law enforcement. Strengthening governance and law enforcement involve enhancing the effectiveness of institutions responsible for enforcing the environmental law. This include bolstering monitoring and increasing penalties for environmental violation. By ensuring robust governance, government can effectively combat activities like wildlife trafficking, illegal logging, and pollution. Transparency and the rules of laws are essential components, and they foster public trust and ensure fair and impartial enforcement of environmental laws. Ultimately, strong governance and law enforcement are important for sustainable natural resource management and conservation of our environment. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Hi everyone, so today I'm going to talk and present about the solution to make sure that these deforestation activities being decreased and avoid, which is by reduce or less paper usage. So we can write using the both size paper. So in essence simple, but then it will give more impact for our environment. Despite of that, the method which is print double-sided of the one paper. Also, this method will cost around 50% less since you didn't need to use a second sheet of the paper. Just print anything about the document which is you think that you are absolutely needed. You can also take notes from the computer, iPad, tablet, maybe handphone, and we can reuse the paper. Instead of you guys throw the paper away in the dustbin, you can reuse it. For example, like the paper such as magazines or newspaper, you can use it for packing or wrap the fragile materials. So this way can make the fragile materials more secure. So one of the creative way is you can make it an origami from that kind of paper. To be conclude about the solution, by using less paper, it will reduce impact on forest and also our environment, and also can increase the air pollution.
Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. My name is Nurul Amirah Muhammad Fikri with my metric number 2210238. So thank you very much, Nasrun and Sister Azwa, for this great ideas of solution. But we also can't deny the environmental awareness campaign is an important platform for the public to promote the prevention of deforestation as a way to educate and raise awareness among society. Schools and institutions are encouraged to organize and welcome experts to give talks for students to have a grip about the idea and to be part of future environmentalists. Greenpeace is an example of an independent global campaigning organization founded in Canada, which also has reached in Malaysia. They have been actively involved with campaigns and reaching more audiences to take part in petitions and fundraising as a way to protect forests such as the Amazon forest and Indonesian palm oil. Not only could protect the forest but also to save the rights of the indigenous people.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Mohamed Iskandar, metric number 2214527, and so far we have found out that deforestation has such a significant threat at local and international level. At local level, with both Sarawak and Pahang has such a devastation loss on the forest cover, and in the international level is on Brazil and Congo, with the Amazon rainforest loses so much. And this is very bad because, as we know, the loss of this rainforest due to deforestation will lead to numerous disasters such as changing rain pattern, global warming, and flood, water scarcity, many more. So we need to implement many changes to take on this problem, such as promoting sustainable land use, strengthening the law, and many more. And by doing this, we can work together for a better future for our earth and us, because if not us, who else? That is all from us. Thank you so much.